I came to know that the cloud is going to rule for the next 15 years actually in the IT. One has to first identify what is the code expertise.
How to prepare for those certifications and any tips for how to prepare for the interviews as well.
Sure, actually, if you're from specific part of your geographical location, for example, I am from Madurai actually, okay? There is a user group in Madurai, AWS user group Madurai. First, we have to gather the experience in cloud in a basic level actually.
What are the prerequisites for becoming an solution architect in cloud?
Why I choose AWS? AWS is a market leader in cloud computing.
Hello friends, so today we have our interesting professional who has been joining with us in this great session. So you are going to learn a lot about cloud computing with him. So let us welcome Mr. Maheswarakumar. So he is an experienced AWS professional and he is into the cloud technology for more than 15 plus years. So it was a great blessing for us to learn from him in person. So thank you very much, Maheswarakumar sir, for joining with us. So please share your great experience with us. We are all very excited to see your learnings in your career.
So thanks Ablesh for providing this platform to explain about my cloud expertise. So I started my cloud journey on 2019. I have gone through many profiles and many people who was experienced in cloud, and especially people from AWS like Jabbar and from AWS user community in India actually, and I got inspired by them to learn more about cloud actually. Specifically, if you want to name some few people actually, it might be like Jabbar and Punit Chandok and Rohini Gayonkar and Ritima Kapoor. These are a few persons in India actually in AWS. They are doing marketing as well as the developer advocate. So I got inspired from various user groups across pan India, and I started my cloud journey in 2019. Basically, I am from the data warehousing background, so I started these people inspired me to enter into cloud and to gather more knowledge on cloud and start pursuing cloud career.
Thank you very much, sir. So what are the prerequisites, sir, for becoming an solution architect in cloud, whether it was AWS or Azure or any technology? So what are the prerequisites? So if someone want to become a solution architect?
Yeah, the prerequisites for becoming a solution architect is like, first you have to learn the fundamentals of cloud computing. So you might be from any background actually. So not necessarily means cloud is common for everyone. So in this cloud era, it has been picking up from last 2016-17 actually, and right now it is 2023 right now. And cloud is picking up various aspects of IT landscape, and it is almost revolutionizing the IT field now. And the prerequisites, if you talk about generally, is like one should have the interest and focus towards learning the cloud, and any degree is fine actually, and any IT experience. Basically, in cloud there are various fields. If you want to become a developer, you can become a developer, and if you want to become a networking specialist, you can become a networking specialist. If you want to become a data guy, you can become a data guy, or if you want to become an architect, you can become an architect. So basically, you need to have a degree and you need to have an expertise in IT field. Basically, 1 or 2 years experience is fine, or even the freshers also is fine, with provided the fundamental knowledge of on-prem thing and what are the basics of cloud. They can start pursuing the career in cloud actually, with a keen interest to learn and make them proficient in cloud actually. So the prerequisite is the willingness to learn as well as the cloud computing basics. These are the prerequisites.
Okay, that's very clear, sir. And it's like you're talking about certifications and all, like about the certification exam preparation. So how to prepare for those certifications, and any tips for how to prepare for the interviews as well. So I think it will be very difficult, right? So how to prepare?
So if you want to prepare for certifications and interviews, actually, first thing, see, people, the psychological thing of people, they always go for the institute, actually, correct? Institutes
Yeah.
learn, but institutes are very costly. So nowadays in internet, there are abundant of resources available. For example, if you go to YouTube's, you can find various YouTube videos actually explaining about cloud and cloud knowledge. And if you want to become these things, actually, you can get the resources. And also from AWS documentation, if you go for aws.com and if you search the documentation, you can find a lot of documentations available for gathering the knowledge about cloud and giving interview questions. And the second point is, like, if you want to, if you have LinkedIn profile in LinkedIn, there are a lot of people who are explaining about their experience in cloud. How they're sharing a lot of articles about cloud, how to start cloud, how to learn cloud, what are the interview questions, what are the specific topics. And also, if you go for blogs like Medium and everything, they will write more about the cloud. Actually, if you want to become a cloud architect in AWS, then they will circulate the article in AWS, and you can pursue. You can read the article even in LinkedIn. If you subscribe for newsletters, then you can read the newsletters, read the Medium article, read the blogs, go through the YouTube interview videos, go through the documentation which is available in web. Also, if you go there, there are a lot of tutorials available. So these are all the things where any common person can get from the internet, actually. Instead of going to an institute where you have to pay and learn, it is the self-learning part, actually. So first you have to register yourself as in LinkedIn and also in Medium, and also to in the Dow.io, and means like various social media platforms are there where people are sharing their experiences about cloud knowledge, interview questions, how to pursue cloud. So these are the things you basically a person has to do before starting the cloud, before preparing for interview. About certifications, if I want to say briefly, uh, there is one certification where all people can do, actually. People think that cloud is only for technical people. It's not the fact, actually. Even project managers, even a salesperson, even a marketing guy, and even any marketing person or any salesperson or a project manager, program manager, or a CEO, if you want to learn cloud AWS, there is a basic certification called AWS Cloud Practitioner is there, actually. Okay, that certification they can do. So it speaks about, if you are certified in AWS Cloud Practitioner, that means you know the basic things about cloud. So I think it will explain you about the cloud concepts and basics. So with that certification, it speaks for you that you are know the cloud basics, actually. So second level of certification is AWS Certified Associate Architect, actually. So it gives you the basic level of certification, associate level of certification in architect level, actually. It gives you explain the technical concepts. It explains in detail the basic services, actually, which are very much required for the architect, actually. So, so for example, S3, EC2, IAM, CloudWatch, CloudTrail. These are the basic services where one has to one will be learning in detail in associate level. But the other part of certification is AWS Associate, AWS Certified Solution Architect Professional, actually. That is the next level of certification, actually, which is going, which we can do in the architect level, actually. So these are the three primary certifications which are available for cloud, actually, for AWS. Apart from that, we have DevOps and also AWS Data Specialty Certified, actually, which is in data part, actually. So these are the different types of certifications. DevOps certifications is also available. So this explains briefly about your question about certifications and what are the which are required, and how to get the interview questions for the AWS for clearing cloud interviews.
That's very detailed answer, sir, and it was very helpful. And what are the biggest learnings from the past, sir? Because you started cloud many years before, and you have been into this technology industry for more than a decade. So maybe it was 15 plus years. So it's a vast experience. So what are your biggest learning from the past? to have a great career in this cloud industry. So what kind of learnings you have, and why did you choose getting certified on AWS specifically in the beginning? So if a candidate or student wants to pursue a career in cloud, they should start on AWS or they can start in some other technology as well. Can you please share that learnings and your experience? Or how did you get started?
Yeah, I started my career, software career in 2000, way back. So from there, I was working in multiple technologies. But last almost more than 10 plus years, I am working in infra field actually. So infrastructure, like more related to server, these things and everything. So which speaks about my experience more into data part actually. So I'm dealing with data. I am my expertise into data warehousing area actually. So with this expertise for the last 15 years, for more than 10 years, 10 plus years actually in data field, especially in infrastructure and these things. So slowly in mid 2016, after post 2010 and 12, the cloud era started picking up slowly, the momentum. And I was closely watching the developments in IT field. So I was going through various articles and everything. Then I came to know that the cloud is going to rule for the next 15 years actually in the IT market. So this gave me very uh, good interest in pursuing my career into cloud. So one has to first identify what is the code expertise is actually. For example, in my case, it is infrastructure actually and data, which is the combination of which I had experience and which I started pursuing more into deeply into this field. First, we have to gather the experience in cloud in a basic level, actually. Okay, basic services. So after doing the basic services, then you have to step into the specialization. The main point is, if you want to step into specialization, first you have to listen to yourself, actually, what you are good at. I am good at data, so I started pursuing my career towards data. So if you are good at networking, then you can start a VPC and networking these things. If you are good at machine learning, then you can start digging more into machine learning. And if you are good at serverless concepts, then you can dig at more serverless concepts. So these were the first. You have to learn the basics. Then you have to step into the specialization area. So one should not do if they are into networking, if they are doing it somewhere into serverless or machine learning. So it will be like they are specialist at one thing. They should not uh, pursue their career in other field actually. Because if you have multiple, if you have good experience in one field and started the cloud in other field, then it will not stick to their experience. Am I right? For example, for me, the experiences into infra, so it was more related to me for infrastructure actually, and also cloud data topics like AWS Glue, Redshift, QuickSight, Athena. And I am going to write an AWS certification. I am already certified in AWS in professional level, in both associate and professional level. And I am going to write an examination in AWS data specialty, data analytics specialty. So why I choose AWS actually? Okay, AWS is a market leader in cloud computing. So they are owning the most of the globally. They are the leaders actually. Out of the three global, four or five global providers, AWS is leading the market actually. So they are one of the world champions and the global leaders in the cloud computing market. So initially, then when I was seeing various people into AWS thing, I have attended seminars in various user groups across pan India locations, and also attending the reinvent programs from AWS. I gained interest towards AWS. Then slowly I learned the basics. Then I started giving the exam in AWS associate architect level. I cleared it. Then after clearing the associate architect level, then I was digging deep into the AWS topics. Then I started giving exams in professional level. Then I cleared the exam. Right now, I am also AWS certified professional as well as the AWS community builder. Okay, so that's altogether different topic we can discuss. But I am a AWS community builder right now, and also the AWS Certified Solutions Architect Professional and Associate. This is how I started showing interest towards AWS and started learning AWS. And these are the various certifications I have done, and these are the various learning path we have to follow. For example, if you are a fresher, see where you fit into. If you are a developer, do the developer certificate. If you are an administrator, do AWS SysOps administration actually certification. Actually. So first, you have to basically identify yourself where you fit in, then start working more towards your area of interest. Actually.
Like cloud has a vast technology. So as you clearly guided us, so we have to find out our interest, our passion, and which particular segment that we want to excel inside cloud. So you took infrastructure and data. So likewise, there are many. So it was very clear and insightful, sir. Thank you very much. And so what next, sir? In your future roadmap in 2023 and 24?
My clear roadmap is, as I said previously, that I am into data topics. So I am started giving various seminars. Like I was a community speaker in various cloud platforms into data topics actually, like AWS Glue, AWS Redshift, AWS Athena, AWS QuickSight. So these were the data topics. I want to be a data engineer in AWS. So I want to do a certification in AWS data analytics specialty. So I am digging deep and studying more into this data topics. And I want to be more into a data engineering aspect. I want to be a more successful data engineer in future. So coming 2023, I will pursue more into the data topics and into advanced level. Right now, I'm having a basic and elementary and intermediate knowledge in data analytics. So I want to dive deeper and become an expert in that area. So that by obtaining the AWS Data Analytics Specialty Certification, which speaks for you, you are a qualified data engineer in AWS.
So it was a very clear roadmap. So what we need to become in future, we should think and we have to pursue learning towards that. So it was very clear, sir. And what are some misconceptions over the period of years we have seen about cloud computing? Because I'm also listening to a lot of webinars and workshops. Everyone is talking about the skill gaps. So in cloud, so still there are a lot of potential for the people who have right skills in cloud, so they have a very good career actually, but still there are a lot of misconceptions while starting the learning of cloud. So what are the misconceptions that you have seen, like many people are talking about cloud is tough or something like that? Can you please list out and give a myth versus
Miscon-
reality?
yeah, misconceptions. If you say that, see, people study one thing, they jump into another topic actually. Okay. So if they want to study right now into cloud computing, then they will jump into other area like something like OpenAI, ChatGPT, and other area, quantum computing. So they first you have to stick to the point actually and be consistent in your thoughts actually. Be consistent in your efforts. So if you want to become a successful cloud computing and successful cloud engineer, you have to stick to your basics actually. First, your foundation is always very much essential. You have to be very strong in your foundational skills actually. So while you are laying the foundation, you have to be very careful and see the area of expertise, what you want to be in the future. That knowledge you have to start from the basics actually. So like stepping stone, from step by step you have to acquire. People do one thing, they will jump into another, they will listen, these topics is coming, another new technology is popping up. If you do a certification there, you will get a job. Not like that actually. Okay. So stick to it. Stick to the point where you started learning. There are a lot of technologies which is in the market, like AI, OpenAI, data science, Python, so many topics actually, chat GPT, quantum computing, many things are there actually. But stick to the topic which you are learning. But cloud is like which is now into ruling the IT market right now, I can say actually. So in future, there will be a lot of jobs. Right now also, there are a lot of jobs in cloud computing, especially in AWS actually. So it was a good skill. World over, even I also promoting the AWS cloud in various colleges and various platforms. So it is a good opportunity. Still, more people are not aware about the cloud computing thing. So misconception is like they want to pursue one thing and they will see the rosy picture or some other thing from the other technology. They immediately jump into this thing. So by that way, they will lose their path and they lose their consistency. Consistency is the key point. Be consistent in what you are doing, stick to the point, so it will always fetch you good results actually. So misconception, according to me, while you are learning, you should not be diverted actually. If you start learning, be focused and concentrate in what you are doing and be attentive in the topics which you are, be sincere and then try to put your all your efforts in gathering the knowledge and upgrading yourself.
Okay, so that's very very important things, like as you told, the consistency. While learning any new technology, we have to put a lot of effort. So there should be a proper timeline, goals. Then we have to try progressing towards whatever we are planning. So for the consistent effort is very very mandatory to have the cloud skill. As you told, even though there was recession, layoff, the demand for the cloud computing professionals is always on a high. So people who has the interest and put the consistent efforts on learning cloud, definitely they have a very bright future. So we are very happy that we are listening from you, because you have been successful in your cloud career. So it inspires a lot of people, sir. So I think you have covered almost my next question, like what advice would you give to someone who is interested to pursue the career in cloud? So and is there anything else that you want to highlight specifically, sir, for having a great success in this cloud field? What is one important key factor that you have in you?
The one important aspect who want to pursue a career in cloud computing is first the basic interest towards the topic. Second thing is like there are a lot of online resources like as I explained you previously, Cloud Academy and a lot of portals like online portals like means like this labs, Udemy, and Udacity, and a lot of things actually, plural site. And even if you want to, if you have a profile in LinkedIn, I have seen a lot of people are sharing very useful topics about AWS actually. So if you are in Medium and other things, if you are subscribing newsletters, so from this, and if you are a blog, and primarily another point which I want to emphasize is if you are a fresher actually, if you are from specific part of your geographical location, for example, I am from Madurai actually, okay. There is a user group in Madurai, AWS user group Madurai is there. Similarly, you are from Coimbatore, there is a user group from Coimbatore, AWS user group Coimbatore. People for Chennai, there is a user group Chennai. People from Mumbai, there is a user group, AWS user group Mumbai, AWS user group Bangalore. So any fresher who are listening to this video, please actually join put in Google AWS user group in your respective geographical location. Joining the user group is not a paid one actually. It is free of cost. You can become the member in any AWS user group and gain your knowledge from fellow counterparts. They'll be conducting weekly seminars, daily seminars, monthly seminars, meetups, attend the AWS reinvent programs actually. Okay. And also, which I want to bring to your notice is if you go to aws.com, there is 1 year subscription is free. They will deduct 2 rupees from your, you need to have a debit card actually. They will deduct 2 rupees from your debit card and then give that 2 rupees back to your account to verify that you are the right person. They will give 1 year of free account actually, where you can able to practice yourself in cloud concepts and cloud topics more practically. So these are the things which you want to do initially if you are learning your career. There is another program called AWS Educate is there actually, so which is free of cost. In AWS.com, if you go and register in the console, 1 year is free, and also AWS Educate is free, and also join the user group in your respective location actually. These are the initial things, and also join the LinkedIn, Medium, anything, any social media, and subscribe for the cloud groups in LinkedIn actually. There are many groups in LinkedIn. You go to subscribe to all the cloud groups. they will share the cloud related knowledge articles. By that way, you can able to learn cloud in a more efficient way. The main, irrespective of all of the things, main thing is your interest towards the field. Actually, that's it.
So that's really awesome, sir. So as you told, we have all the resources to learn. We have even free resources to learn. We don't even want to pay big. As you told, even the 2 rupees will be getting credited back to you. So AWS account is free to use. You have free membership in your geographical location. Join with the AWS user groups. So it means the consistency. So people who really want to have a great career in cloud, they should put consistent efforts. So it's a great learning for us, whatever you have shared today. It will be like inspire many. So people who have the hesitance to start their career, I think it is an eye opener for the who are watching this video. So thank you very much, sir, for sharing your great time with us. So we are very blissful for having you on this great event.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for the opportunity.